G'day guys, ready to rock and roll. Monday, R1 day, or at least that's how it's supposed to go. Had a little bit of a dissection of the YouTube comments and the analytics and the feedback, etc. And just looking over my last video, which was R1 versus Goldwing or something along those lines. And I'm terribly sorry, you're just going to have to cop it. I'm doubling down. This thing is just too fucking good. If people are lacking in the love department, I'm just going to have to up the frequency and force your love out of you, because I certainly have plenty for this bike. Alright, let's roll. Nah, it's all in jest. I've had a reasonable look at the analytics. I kind of know why we're at where we're at and why. Look at that fucking fat ass. Twin pipes. Alright. Gotta get to the gym, it's getting late. And for those of you who have watched a few of my videos, you will understand 100% why it's an R1 day, being a Monday. That's the best day that I've got available to me, and by best I mean that's when I'm feeling kind of at my freshest. We'll cover some other topics in further detail at another time, but yes, for now it's definitely a case of ride it until you love it. Should I do this with the visor open or the visor closed? I don't know. I'm a visor open kind of a rider, unless I'm really fucking getting on it. So yeah, the analytics has pretty much told me where we're at with this bike, but as I alluded to in the last video, it's kind of up to me to maybe push that point a bit. It's not going to, how do I describe it? Traffic's not going to be generated without a certain amount of force from my end. And as I may or may not have made mention to, I love all of my bikes equally, so I really don't, it's not a disregard for the viewing public out there, but you know, it kind of is my channel to a certain degree, and they kind of are my bikes. So, you know, I mean, why wouldn't I sort of spread my love across, yeah? So that's what I will be doing, or at least trying to do. It's only myself that's going to limit my ability to ride this as often as I can. But as long as it's a nice day and it's early in the week and I'm feeling fresh, then yeah, I'd like to make it more of an R1 occurrence, because it certainly is lacking. It's not my highest quality, it's not my highest quantity of video content, which again doesn't help. If you've got more of one topic than another, then that's the one that's going to be viewed more. But anyway, got to get the R1 out more, so I'm going to try and do that. The only real positive reinforcement that I've had has been from a fellow VFR owner who would probably appreciate a little bit more VFR content, which is ironic actually, because I'd go so far as to say it's probably my most ridden bike. I referred to it in one of my posts as the Goldilocks bike, and those of you unfamiliar with the fairy tale or story or whatever the hell it is, Goldilocks obviously, too big, too small, just right, yeah? That was the basic thread of that bloody thing, the bed, the porridge, fucking whatever. Little, small bear, big bear, medium bear, whatever. And this is my Goldilocks bike, so therefore it's the beautiful bike that's right in the middle. Not this, the VFR, sorry. So although maybe the content doesn't necessarily reflect it, the bike use by myself certainly does. This being a sports bike, it is naturally going to have less use. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. And again, I've posted up and I've made comment on that numerous times already. You can't ride what your body doesn't let you. But it's Monday, so hopefully my body does let me today. And hand in hand with that, although it's in the title of my channel, which is sort of bloke stuff, fitness, health, bikes, cars, etc, etc. Yes, I'm a very fit and active guy, but I'm also 50, so you know, I can only ride what I can ride as often as I can. I do have a group ride coming out actually this weekend. It's a fairly long ride. I have done it once on the R1. I've done it again, like I said, I've done it numerous times on the VFR, but I haven't gone on a dedicated weekend ride yet on the R1 for quite some time, so we'll see how we go. There is, again, as per usual, and there's always there's a caveat to that. I'm not going to get into too much depth about myself personally. I can and I will, and I probably will in the future. Suffice to say, I've referenced the term biking bodybuilder a few times, and you're probably wondering what the hell that means. But this weekend will be, well, at least Sunday will be, if I was to continue, it will be 7 days into a prolonged fast. That's part of my whole thing that I do in regards to health and fitness and training. I don't do it often, but I do it frequently. So long story short, I'm day one into my 6 or 7 day fast at the moment, and feeling fantastic, obviously. How fantastic do I feel by the end of day 6 and day 7? Well, that's, you know, that's a different story. So the ride will be on Sunday, which would be day 7. I don't think I'm going to do 7 days this week due to that. I will do 6, and I'll have my first meal Saturday night after 6 days, which will at least enable me to hopefully be able to hop on a bike come Sunday morning. But that's definitely not going to happen if I did 7 days on a fast. So, how many videos am I trying to put out at the moment? How much content am I trying to put out at the moment? Well, it's a little bit all over the shop. There's no rhyme or reason behind what I do and when I do it and how I do it. Nothing is obviously, as you can tell, scripted. It's all off the cuff. I pull my bike out that I feel like on the day. I put a camera on my helmet and I go for a bloody ride. I'm going to start trying to compile at least a few catchwords. Not catchwords. I'm going to try and start compiling a few video titles, and then try and generate some dialogue on that based upon the titles. I've got a few up my sleeve already. They will obviously also be probably spike specific, and as such I'll try and bring out a fairly balanced amount of content on over all 3 bikes. And we haven't even discussed the cars yet. I did make a car video the other day and it displeased me greatly. Can't remember what displeased me, to be honest. Oh no, hang on. No, I think it was a technical issue. So I never actually got to see what I compiled, but it was probably shit anyway. Come on now, let's go. So yeah, hopefully I can start getting some traffic generated to this channel. That'd be outstanding. The analytics indicate that I have a fairly mature audience, and that's fine, because you know what, I'm a mature, no, I'm an extremely immature guy actually. I mean, I think that should be fairly evident by the bike that I'm currently riding, because if you then turn around and mention the age, it's like, oh come on dude, grow the fuck up, eh? Yeah, I'm mature in age, but I'm definitely not mature in mind. Well, I take that back. I do conduct myself on the road, I suppose, a lot more maturely than I used to, though. That is true. But then obviously as a mature audience, and I would like to broaden that a bit, I would certainly like to reduce the age. I class myself as a very, very young 50. And I constantly get made mention to when I'm talking to people socially and my age comes up. The answer is generally, you're taking the piss, right? So, no, definitely 50. I get made mention to anywhere between 30 to 40. No one ever says anywhere near my age. So yeah, you know, kind of why this is here. I'm a big fan, I'm a massive fan of the term growing old disgracefully. Massive fan. As just evidenced by that. So yeah, I intend to go down swinging, and linking that with perhaps some other some other topics that I'll be raising on my channel hopefully in the future, is how the fucking hell do you do that? Well, there's obviously a plan behind that, and I do conduct myself in such a way that I hopefully will have a long life and a good life. So I'm here for a long time and a good time. I tend to go out swinging backwards and on fire, but at 90%. So I've got every intention of getting into old age, but thoroughly maximising my quality of life on my way there. I intend to be riding this fucking thing well into my 60s, but that's the plan. So again, the type of content that I'll be generating, if that appeals to you, healthy life, happy life, fit, functional and productive and all that sort of stuff, that's on to you. If you're into that sort of stuff, join me for the ride, literally. And if you haven't picked up the ball, I'm not so sure a lot of you have, because very few hang around till the end of the videos. Most of my rides are done to the gym. 90% of what I post are what would be referred to as the daily commute, or at least my daily commute. And by commute I mean to the gym, not to work, because again, if you hung around long enough and listened to some of my stuff, you'd know that I'm actually retired. So I don't commute to work. In fact, ironically, I still live right next door to my work. If I was working, and I was in the army, I was in special forces, I was in 2 Commando Regiment here in Sydney, I pretty much live right next to, well, adjacent to the military base. So I didn't move when I left, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I never really had a commute. Never one that was longer than about 15 minutes at any stage in my working life. So yeah, as we closed in on the gym now, synopsis of this post: it's Monday, I'm going to smash legs. Those of you who know what gym workouts are all about know that legs is totally shit, fucks your life. I'm also in the middle of a in the middle. I'm at the start of a 7-day fast, so if I'm not going to do legs now, it's not going to happen later on. And by the end of the week, I'll probably be sad, sorry, crying, and possibly not even on a motorbike. There might actually even be a car post by the end of the week, because I'm just too brain dead and physically fucked to be able to hop on the two wheels. It does happen, by the way. It happened last week, to be brutally honest. And as such, there was already a Jeep SRT post, but the gear did not fucking allow me to somehow record it. So stand by for more content. Stand by for more, not scripted content, but thought out content. Because at the moment, pretty much all I do is just hop on my bike and start dribbling shit. Maybe you can put a little bit more rhyme and reason behind my fucking madness. But make no doubt about it, I'm a fucking mad cunt. I'm not your fucking average normal human being, so regardless of whether I put some forethought into my content or not, it's still going to come out of the mouth of a somewhat fucking left field fucking weirdo. But if you're up for that sort of stuff, I'm more than happy to fucking deliver it. I suppose in closing now, as I am 60 seconds away from getting my genetically gifted fucking high performance body into the gym. I'm not your average 50-year-old. You will never see me on a fucking Harley. So if you're here for some fucking cruiser content, that ain't gonna happen. Harleys are the pox of life. I'm sorry, but I cannot stand them. Or the pretenders or clowns that ride them, playing fucking dress-ups and wannabe fucking one-percenters. Not my thing. First gear and whoop, die. So here we are. Anytime Fitness, my second home. Okay, so we've made it. Big Blue has done its job. Now I've got to deliver in the gym, and I might even pull this bike out again tomorrow if I can. I really, really love it. And to finish up with my whole doubling down thing, if you don't like my bike for whatever reason, I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's a you problem. This thing is, how do you describe it? Bit of spinal tap. This is definitely an 11 out of 10 toy. I don't see myself getting rid of it anytime soon, nor do I want to. I've got to learn how to ride this thing, and as it's my first leader bike, me and it have a lot of things to do. Alright, thanks very much. I'll see you on the next ride. Hope you're a little bit more coherent and a little bit more structured. But this is it for me, and time to get on the look at that, all those young guys going in, soon to be met by a 50-year-old fucking granddad. Anyway, it's all good, living life and loving it. Catch you later, and for now, zig out.